This is The Bottom Line. The Bottom Line on 938 Live.
Now, industrial landlord JTC Corporation is supporting the government's call for higher productivity in businesses through the development of innovative industrial developments. Gwendolyn Goh speaks to Chief Executive Png Cheong Boon.
JTC is looking at 16 projects that will ensure the best use of Singapore's limited land space. There are currently 7 projects under development, including JTC MedTech 1, a shared sterilisation and warehouse facility, and JTC Surface Engineering Hub, a centralised wastewater treatment plant. Such developments provide economies of scale, says JTC's Chief Executive Png Cheong Boon.
On one hand, we want to make sure that the companies who have been allocated our land will build up to the maximum plot ratio so that you can maximize the productivity of the land. Second, we will build multi-story facilities specifically for clusters, as well as to build in shared facilities. That allows companies to only focus on their core business. For things that are non-core, they can outsource to a centralized service provider. To us, we are actually be able to put more companies into the same plot and allow us to increase the intensification of the land.
Mr. Peng also says that JTC is looking into the radical idea of erecting buildings, walkways and communal spaces above major roads to integrate facilities, which he says is cheaper than building underground.
If you take Ayer Rajah Expressway around Buona Vista NUS area as an example, NUS Science Park are physically separated from One North by AYE. But we wanted to build a integrated, connected community where the academia work closely with the industries, work closely with the public research institutes. But these physical separations actually prevents it from happening. Now, if there's a way for us to deck over AYE, and not just an overhead bridge, but to build buildings across it, then it provides a contiguous space for people who are working or studying in NUS and Science Park to flow over to One North and vice versa. So hopefully through this aspect, we can build a more connected, integrated work, live and play community.
Mr. Peng adds that JTC will look into creating new spaces by redeveloping older industrial estates such as Tanjong Kling and Sungai Kadut, whose 30-year land leases are expiring soon.
It may not necessarily be an overall development or redevelopment of the whole estate. It could be just taking back 1 or 2 plots to be reallocated or to be redeveloped into multi-user facilities that can cater to a larger number of smaller companies.
But Mr. Peng stressed that JTC doesn't aim to provide cheap industrial space, as he says this won't be sustainable in the future. Nevertheless, he expects rents to moderate given the amount of industrial space that will be coming on stream over the next few years.
On average, for the next 3 years, we are looking at about 2 million square meters of industrial space coming into the market annually. And that is almost double what is historical demand for industrial space. So with this new supply coming on stream, we expect the industrial rent and prices to moderate even further this year.